Okay, and we're good. All right, welcome back, you guys, to another review. You know what I'm saying? Thank you guys for tuning in. When this posted, this time, we will be reviewing, Darker Than Black. This show, man, woof, it's wild. It is wild. Man, let's begin this by talking about how I watched the show. So, right, the show consists of a little bit of more than one series. You have the main series, which is Dark and Black, and you have, the OVA, and then you have, the other counterpart, which is Gemini, the Meteor. So I literally watched the show from, the main series, then to the OVA, and then down to the third, conjunction. But anyways, that's about that. Let's get into this review. So, you know, uh, it's a good starting off, a solid start off. We get introduced to, society. You know what I'm saying? The gates, how they work. Though the beginning was a bit like mysterious, this darkness vibe. I was like, whoa. You see this dude, a Reaper mask, like, wait, hold on, whoa. This guy getting chased, like, there was a lot to, take from that first episode. And the opening, the soundtrack is insane, especially when, Hit activates his abilities later on in the series. It's a bit crazy. But, gotta say, man, the villains, man, geez, the other contractors is pretty wild. All right, so anyways, let's talk a little bit about the other story counterparts. When they introduced Frost, man, and the other contractors, man, their abilities are wild. I thought that was pretty cool. You know, Yin's character, love her character. She's really cool. The cat, he's dope. And the other characters are pretty cool as well. Hayes' character is very, very funny. I just like the fact that he goes from, this badass dude with a Reaper mask at night to just casual guy you just see in a restaurant just chilling, eating a bunch of food. It's crazy. Though when you get from that point of, the series towards, down the line towards like the end, of the main, in a sense, let me put it like this. So the main series Dark and Black consists of 25 episodes. When you get from the first few, like 11, 10-ish, 12-ish episodes, things are at a normal pace, right? But when you get towards that line from the 20, from the 20 number episode, mark to the 25 episode mark, things get heated fast. Like, whoa. Between, Amber, Hayes, awakened abilities, all this stuff just being thrown in. And it's actually interesting, for the characters, improvement. Overall, I like this show. It is very good. Animation is very interesting. Fight scenes, man. When Hay uses those throwing blades with the ropes on them, man. Animation for those are crazy, especially the first opening, man. Oof. And the second opening, man, that opening crazy. That song just it slaps. But let's move on, to the OVA. Okay, so the OVA, right, consists of 4 episodes. Now, for those 4 episodes, there was an interesting amount of plot that was brought into it, right? Mostly it was about Hei and Yin's relationship, right? And it was interesting. They showed Amber. She looked a little different compared to the one in the main series, but I was like, eh. But that one was interesting, and I think it was really good. I think it was really good. It was enjoyable. It was really good. So with that said, let me think. Is there any problems with the OVA? No, not really. It was mostly like emotional. Mostly like emotional. You know, this kind of like explanation as to like what exactly is going on within Yin, and I thought that was interesting. But anyways, let's move on to the final counterpart, Gemini of the Meteor. Man, only consisting of 12 episodes. That was a lot. Okay, so let's just talk about the premise of the story, right? She has a contract, right? And she has and I also didn't say this too, but the story takes place a little bit farther than the main story. So Hay looks a little different, a little bit more older. His age is kind of getting to him a little bit, but he's still, the same him from before. And also the story is a little bit different than before, because it's like in the snowy terrain and stuff like that. Some characters passed away before this, so the story may feel a little bit different, and it fixes that with the things that happen. Yeah. So throughout, Gemini of the Meteor, Hay tries to attempt and teach her the things he had to go through when being a contractor, right? And the things that you have to do in order to survive in a sense. And throughout, as we progress, she begins to learn these things. But they introduce these villains and things go a bit south, and the crazy animation, the fight scenes begin to kick in, and overall, with all these things said about each individual story part. Also, I didn't say this too, but the ending, I feel the ending is it's a bit okay. It's okay. It didn't really leave me on the right note. It left me a bit confused, but I knew, what was going on. It left me a bit confused. The fact that, they made another Earth, and everything was being remade on that other Earth, and I don't know, it just felt a little strange, but I thought it was interesting. And so it ends off with Hay and Yin. So overall, with these things in mind of each series, I have to say that my final rating for Darker Than Black, with the OVA, Gemini the Meteor, and the original series all together in one, I would most definitely say it will average out a 7 out of 10 in my opinion. It is good. Just because it's a 7 does not mean that it is, not good. It's good. It's great. Some things were changed as we progressed. The OVA was very interesting. We saw the life of the two afterwards, after the original, story plot. But once the Gemini of the Meteor was introduced, some things felt a little odd, but it brought itself up with things that fixed that. You know, being the story and Hayes' character that, you know, changed it. But it is a 7. I really do believe that, you know, for some, right? I do recommend you should watch the actual regular series before actually watching everything else. Because if you watch everything else first, we'll be left on this, you know, this odd placement. Plus, the original series was actually pretty good. Not sure why, you know, why they made more of that. You know, having read the manga, I think it's pretty good. It was pretty good, you know, by itself, of course. But honestly, though, if I would, you know, rate the original series, you know, just Darker Than Black alone, I would give that an 8. It was good. It was really good. The characters are very interesting, especially his character, the other contractors, and also, you know, the police and their role in the plot. You know, I really do like this series. Something that I would return to in the future, you know, to try and rewatch and try and dissect more of it.